secure a lane well enough for a core, especially if they're swapping a lane unexpectedly into a place where there are actually camps available. We're seeing Chen on early levels at like, you know, 1/3 of his power very often because all of the camps are blocked. That's one of the things I like that suggestion.
The smoke does come out here. I like the TP in from respect. He TPs into the jungle to get this deep ward in, and then immediately gets the other one here on the side of the cliff on the side of the Radiant. So he did his job. He got himself in, out, shaking it all about, and no first blood on him either. So we'll see, yeah, just how they want to line this one up. You've got Sweden Strong coming in. He's getting his own wards down on these camps, so he's predicting it is going to be the safe lane Chen.
Let's see if he turns out to be right. I am very concerned for Shigetsu, but I've said that already. Nefrit over on his lane should have a decent one. He is up versus a ranged matchup again, but we've seen before that that's actually decently doable for the Death Prophet.
Yeah.
She is very much still the queen of trading, and her outpush is unmatched. And the mid lane, Puck versus Pangolier. That's almost an old school matchup right now, isn't it?
Is it? Are you gonna make me feel old by saying Pango's an old hero? Is that what you've set out to do today?
Yeah, that's where we're at.
Are you just upsetting me? That's fine. That's fine. I had that's not the worst thing I had. I was building my cousin's computer. My cousin's like 16, 17. And I said, "Do you want the SD slot plugged in?" He went, "What's an SD card? Is that something they used to use in the 80s?" I just nearly crawled into a hole and just died.
Oh yeah, I mean, what about the hearing Blink 182 played as classic rock?
I don't listen to the radio, so that can't upset me.
But I heard you wince.
Yeah, I'm getting old. Prophet gonna TP right in behind Zayt's now as well, so just getting some harass off. So yeah, that's first skill TP. Even if he's just using it in the lane for harass, I don't mind that. Going for, I like the Spirit Vessel pickup here on the Nature's Prophet as well. With Nefrit being here, you know, he wants the full benefit, and this Spirit Vessel will mess with that early on.
It will, yeah. It's also going to do very good work versus these really bulky heroes like the Pudge, and of course like the healing capabilities of the Death Prophet. Let's not forget the option of making her a lot less tanky just through making sure she doesn't heal as much.
Yeah, and I do like that. I wonder if he does go back for the Orchid, you know, because there is some prime targets you might not mind silencing. Like, if you can get the silence on the Puck not really a big BKB builder, so if you can get that silence off early on, you know, stop all that movement, stop the escape coming through from Meljul, and really try and shut the Puck down early.
Yeah, and Meljul specifically picked this Puck into a game that is, I don't want to say free, you do have the instant lift from the Rubik, but they have very little follow-up on that, so he is going to have a pretty good time regardless, and it would really very much annoy him if he had to suddenly itemize up against a silence anyway.
So, are you telling me, is this what I'm hearing, that you don't believe that the telekinesis into the Sprout, into the Shackle shot, perfectly aligned every single fight to get the kill onto the Puck is what we're going to be seeing here? I am shocked, Kips. Shocked.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not that shocked.
It's, I mean, listen, I would like to see it. Don't get me wrong. My money is on none.
I mean, it is a nice combo in the lane. The Sprout comes out. Well, okay, Wind Ranger actually went for the Wind level 2 and not the Shackles. The Power Shot was already used anyway. But yeah, level 4, level 5, even level 6, that could be a big power spike here for this safe lane combo on the side of Klim to start getting some kills onto the Death Prophet, or even Zayt's if he gets caught out of position.
Yep. And that's that leaves us with the bottom lane, where Shigetsu has not yet started suffering. Which, you know, it is a Razor. He does have to build it up a little bit first.
Yeah, and you can see that Shigetsu, he's trying to keep the lane as close as possible to his, you know, tier 1 tower. But meeting in the middle here, Maldi, is he going to be able to get the pull? We're coming up to 3 minutes, so it looks like he's going to be able to get the Lotus. The move over from Sweden Strong to try and contest this, but he's not going to be there in time. So early objectives, you see that Sweden Strong just playing back behind the Razor, and I would have thought that he would have wanted support, you know, like right in the face, but then you've got to worry about the hooks, man. You can't be walking away from the creeps because you put yourself at risk.
Yeah, and she gets it there, using that hook to secure the range creep, which is one of those nifty little tools that you have. The pull gets off as well. Malady is playing this lane really well.
Yeah. Managing the creepy equilibrium coming out here, just trying to contest as well onto the neutrals. Make sure they don't get them for free. Double Earth Spike, really good. No setup coming out from the Pudge on that hook. Oh, excuse me, no follow-up from the setup on the Pudge. But Cloud having all of his mana drain. It does get a little bit harder to cast your spells when you have literally no mana.
Just a tiny bit, and that hook was only millimeters off the mark.
Yeah, and Shigetsu taking his time to stand in the trees like a good Pudge does and just say, I'm going to soak XP. Only it's his XP to soak, so however he wants to do it.
Yeah. And I guess a lot of the difference that we're seeing here is just a difference between like what a Lion can do for you in the lane versus a Rubik. Like the Rubik is absolutely the best at countering kill lanes where you just say no with your Fate Bolt and your telekinesis, but there's none of that happening currently. As long as Shigetsu doesn't hook his Razor, Rubik doesn't have nearly as much to bring to the table as this Lion does.
Yeah, and the Chen, he didn't have any Queln Blades, no Tangos left, used his last one, so just opts for the TP back to the lane, wasting a little bit of the Nature's Prophet time here, so we'll see how that duel is going to go on and the later the game goes on. Like I say, that the Nature's Prophet, if you're not on the ball here as Zayats, getting those timings, that Respect can get in, snipe that Wisdom Rune, but maybe uses that to his advantage here to get aggressive around the 7-minute mark, put some pressure onto other lanes.
Yep, and we're having such a quiet little laning stage here now. I mean, I feel like that's almost par for the course for the third map of a qualifier match, right? Nobody is really risking it for the biscuit at this point in the game yet.
Bottom lane, TP comes in from Respect. Blood Grenade is there. First blood goes the way of Respect.
I had to.
You had to. Just the immediate Caster's Curse coming out there. And it was a good setup. You got the TP in for the Nature's Prophet. And like I said, the Earth Spike had already come out, so they knew they could run him down here without having any issues. And it looks like the Lion from that's going to go for an early point into the Hex.
Got the entire defensive toolkit up. And Shigetsu, this was gonna happen at some point. He is going to go for the Veil build-up, which is what I would expect. As his farming as well as fighting increase item. We're going to see a Blink Dagger at some point in this game. We are going to see an Aghanim Scepter at some point in this game. I'm guessing that...
We're going to see a dead Lion because he TP'd in underneath a ward. I say TP, he came through the Twin Gate underneath a ward, and the rest of Na'Vi, the Death Prophet and the Chen, not ready to group up with him. So Nature's Prophet TP's in, sets up that Sprout into the Shackle, and down goes the Lion.
Yeah. Easy peasy. And Zayats is already dreaming of a troll army.
Yeah. Well, the man going to the Shackle, that is going to be the net coming through. Power shot, TP in, Respect. Should be able to get this kill onto Zayats. One more right click. They don't even save it for Munkushi. And, well, I guess kill secures in pro games, not kill steals. And Respect will get more goal on that. It just means he gets closer to his Spirit Vessel. That's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Already got the Urn of Shadows with the charges, which means that anywhere he shows up now, he contributes a quite significant amount of damage, even if you manage to put some distance in between you and him.
And Pango now coming through with the Arcane Rune. He's got the level 6. You see the Pudge already playing in the trees. He's playing super defensively. But the Lion, well, the Lion's going to go for the steal. Is there going to be the TP in from either side on the Nature's Prophet here? Rubik, you cannot stop. Don't stop for the stack here, mate. Malady, Earth Spike, does he get it? He gets a steal out. And both Wisdom Runes go on the way of Na'Vi.
And that is 3 for 3, I do believe.
Yeah. No, did they split it in the first game?
I don't think so. I think they traded for mid tower or something like that.
Right. Okay. I'm surprised that Respect didn't, step in either earlier to like 2v1 on that Wisdom Rune, or just go for the other side Wisdom Rune. So, yeah, okay. I don't know.
Broken?
Yep, jump in.
It's already too far.
I think in the roll, they're going to be able to get the lockdown onto Zayats through that Sprout, and it does mean that the Shield Crash will connect now into the roll, and Thunder Respect gets the kill. But it does mean, the puck did rotate up here, so it doesn't waste a lot of the Pango's time, because he is matching the response of the puck.
Yeah, exactly. That is perfectly fine, and they get the kill out of it. Malajul popped his ultimate just like the Pango did. And altogether, they're going to arrive back in the mid lane at exactly the same time.
Hooray.
Probably going the way of Melajul, unless Sweet and Strong, gets the lift off.
Telekinesis, did he? No, he still gets it!
That's it!
The Wayne and Rift jump in, it's just enough here. Quick fingers from Melajul, and Telekinesis, it wasn't enough to keep Melajul from picking up the rune. So just the quick fingers, he gets the amplified damage. Now the phase shift, though, into that Fade Bolt. Do they get the damage onto this one? He's out of mana, he's going to try and use that damage coming through, excuse me, the mana from the wand. And the TP in, one right click, the blood grenade dodges it off with a phase shift, and the damage isn't going to be enough for the kill.
That was a pure guess from Kira Jr. as well. There's no wards up there to point out that the puck is there. It's just like, okay, 3, 2, 1, he's here.
Yeah. Pango going towards the Diff Blade, so usual build-up. Do you think he goes for the Mage Flare after the Diff Blade?
I do think so, yeah. It's just really hard to argue with the value.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good farming item as well, and you're up versus the Pudge. Pudge's main attribute is certainly not agility, and it definitely is magical damage.
Yeah.
So
yeah. The line could be in trouble here. There is going to be a rotation coming through from the side of Klim Sani4. They do find it. Hex is going to be out onto the Pangolier, but they have the control. Maldi, no way he runs himself away from this one. Just trying to buy time, waste time, it actually looks like here. Plasma Field will connect, and Kira Jr. Cloud, they do group up for the kill. And now Cloud, he just wants some farming done, so he's even going to pop his ultimate off this.
Same time, that was a much needed counter kill. Respect was getting a little too big for his britches, perhaps, and she gets him on the rotation. And Navi here already feeling the heat and the pressure of Klim Sani4 putting on all of these rotations, and Shigetsu coming up here, meeting up with another core. They're going to look to push this top tower down, especially now that Melojule shows up, man. They are not waiting around. They're just like, okay, we want this tower before you decide that we're not getting it.
Yeah, I'm just looking. There is going to be the shackle onto the hook. Do they have the control? Telekinesis comes out now as well. The Rolling Thunder connects. They are going to be able to get the kill onto Melojule. And no hook drag back coming out here. Respect even TP'ing himself in. So they're going to be able to protect that just from that one kill. The tier 1 tower now will not be under pressure. And while this is going on, Cloud is just getting free farm in the lane.
Yeah, that is the absolute ideal outcome for the entire side here. I can't believe that shackle latched.
Again, the mysteries of the universe, that shackle shot, nobody can tell me how it works properly.
It is divine intervention, right? But as is human, I will rage against that.
I'm sure one day someone will tell us how it works. It's magic, right, until somebody can explain it.
That's true. That's true.
I'm sure there's somebody in chat going, it's explained, there's graphs, look at Wikipedia. But nope, it doesn't work that way. Mysterious ways, the shackle shot.
Truly a force of nature. As this bottom tower is now going to go down uncontested, and Navi, through not executing their first tower move on the top lane correctly, are now once again reacting, and they're going to use the information that they get here to pop the exorcism on top. Get the return attempt here. Melojule already moving up, just in case that this gets responded to.
So it's just trying to protect this mid lane, because it is being pushed in here by the Natus Prophet, but it does look like it is going to be a free tower. Navi, I say free tower, it's going to be a trade on the tower. It's not free, because you did just lose your tier 1 tower bot.
That is Shigetsu's cue to return, though. It's much harder for the enemies to reach him here. He'll just be quietly building up that Aghanim Scepter. We're not going to see anything of him before that.
Yeah, and do you expect your Blink to follow up, or do you need some protection with the BKB?
I mean, I think that Blink is necessary just to get into the fights. You would like to... I'm not sure if it's BKB that I would be looking for, or Shiva's here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd turn the Veil into a Shiva's. You've already got one item. Yeah, why not? Yeah, sure.
I think that would be my way of doing it, but the blink is a necessity. Unless you can like magically guarantee all your hooks are landing, which fair enough, Shigetsu. Yeah.
But yeah, you don't want to be throwing out hooks only when the Dream Call is up. Death Prophet got a Veil of his own. Maybe, I mean, okay, 2 Veils, they don't stack up, so it looks like the Death Prophet's going to be the one that goes into for the full Shivas, and maybe Pudge, with that Aghanim Scepter, yeah, like you say, he's just going to keep the casual Veil in case he gets separated from his team, or if he finds a pick-off potential, and then, like you say, maybe into that Blink Dagger.
Right, surely this time.
Surely this time they do. They get the kill onto Mankushi, Twin Strong, and no TP from the Prophet here as well, so... yeah, they get it, and they're going to be able to push through, let the supports run. Was that the Dream Call used as well? It was. It was.
Yeah. No, that was very necessary for the kill there. And in the meantime, Kira Jr., Klim Sani4 is so good at getting extra damage in on the enemy towers, having her waves out far so that when whenever a gank attempt like that comes through, they get chip damage on one of the other outers, because that's mid nearly down, and they're going to have to give it here as well.
Oh, does he get the deny? Ooh, it was in the air, but it does reveal his position here. Sweden strong, no blink dagger for him, so he's not going to be able to close it down, get that telekinesis off on the line, and Malady, he will be away. Mankushi, is he taking the long way around to Nefra? He pings it out, but the puck is still close as well now, and the puck's going to show. Does he get the shackles off? The wind run comes in. Shackle, though, the orb, he dodges it off, and he might be able to dive himself away. Dives himself right into respect. Sounds a Sprout will be there, but it won't lock him down. Power shot coming through onto Meljul now as well. Silence from Nefra, and it looks like they're just going to TP away. There's no Dream Call, 6 seconds, and they don't have the damage, so Nature's Prophet, he will this time get out alive. Speaking of getting out alive, Shigetsu here for the TP. Anything to interrupt? Does it connect? It does. Oh, the Rolling Thunder comes in just at the last half second here to interrupt the TP. And Cloud will be able to group up with his mid laner here. Chira Jr. gets the kill onto Shigetsu. And this Pudge maybe not feeling as safe as it once was.
No, and it's especially rough because he was that far forward. He thought he could be that far forward because there was action happening on the top lane, and that was completely wrong. Klim Sani4 is not afraid to have action going on both sides of the map.
Nope.
And now on mid. So fast.
What locked him? Okay, I know he got netted, but was it a neutral net? I think it was, yeah. I think it was just the neutral and Snur coming out from one of the camps that locked the Chen down and let the Rubik get in range to get the telekinesis off and set up for that kill.
I didn't even see him being netted, frankly. Like, the Rubik has a Holy Persuasion, and he was invis. So, Rubik walks up to him, invis, lifts him.
Maybe that, yeah.
Steals the Persuasion, nets him.
And yeah, Sweden Strong starting up his own troll army here, so he's gonna give Zayats a taste of his medicines. Yeah, say, how do you like the skeletons?
He deserves it.
And
he deserves it for sure. That does remind me though of the capabilities of doing Roshan in this game. A little finicky for both teams. I want to give the advantage to Klim Sani4 here because they have the better Roche control with Kira Jr.'s Rolling Thunder.
Razor going to be locked down here. Dream Call Power Shot's going to come through. Can his teammates help him out? The Finger of Death will come out onto the Razor. The Razor will eventually go down, and that's going to be the Hand of God now as well. The double shackle on the other side. Can they get the kill onto Shigetsu? Malady might be the first target to go down. They've got 2 kills off this one though, and Malady trying to run himself away. Mankushi's out with the wind run as well. Sweden Strong trying to get out with that mana drain damage. Another Power Shot. It comes right back through onto the Lion. Kira Jr. Rolling Thunder, but he's got Rolling Thunder his way away from this one. Swashbuckle comes out there as well. Yeah, they lost 3. They only traded it off for the Lion, and Na'Vi were the ones to engage. That Hand of God might have come in clutch there from Zayats, even on the other side of the map.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, really seems to be that they don't quite have the damage to tackle Shigetsu unless he's literally on his own. And that's Aghanim's just now delivered as well. They're going to have to really take their time itemizing up for this one. And I have to say that this is one of the old problems with Wind Ranger, like the persistent ones, where you just need a lot of dough for a lot of items because your damage output outside of the focus fire, but even in the focus fire, isn't that high if you're not packing a lot of heat.
Yeah, and this is where, you know, I will protest on and on, remove the damage reduction from the ultimate. Just make, you know, even for just a patch, just let me have the strong Wind Ranger so I can I can finish the Arcana.
Yes, finish the Arcana. That would tempt me into playing a couple of pubs again just so I can get the Arcana unlocked. That's true.
And Pango going towards the Aghanim's. Yeah, it's just a long road, you know, and it would be nicer if they took the damage reduction off. None of their soul, we'll take a little bit of the damage reduction off. No, just take it all off. Take it all. Just take it all.
We'll see if Ice Frog will ever feel that generous.
I'm not going to hold my breath, because, well, I've got casting to do, but I don't think I get anything from it anyway.
That's TPing to mid. Malady's got his shard up now, and yeah, the time seems quite ripe for Na'Vi to strike at this middle tower, and I think that they would love to get an opening here, create one themselves with this smoke.
Yeah, 4-man smoke coming out for Na'Vi. We'll see just how they want to try and play around. Wards are going down. Wind Ranger already away, so yeah, this might just be that Klim Sani4 give it the tower. No, they're going to counter smoke here. 3 heroes from their side. Power shot coming through. Just trying to force this lane out. Are they dangling Munkushi? Is this going to be a bit of tasty bait here, this Wind Ranger, who's already moving himself away, or not? Because you see that Klim, Sani4, they are hunting through the dire triangle. Won't be able to find Shigetsu, though. Shigetsu is behind his teammates, just waiting for somebody to come forward and, again, get actual bait on the end of his hook.
None of that is forthcoming, though. Na'Vi popped the exorcism just to make sure that they get it fast. And that's that for the middle tower. As much as I'm like, but couldn't you save the exorcism? Like, that's just something you do to make sure that you get that tower no matter what. At the exact second he pops that, Klim Sandwich cannot come back to def that tower.
No, and you see that Munkushi just using the focus fire here onto the tier 1 tower. It's going to be down for 39 seconds, but Roche, he's moving. I was just thinking that maybe the objective is, take tier 1, make it harder for Na'Vi to get here, but Roche is going to be moving in the next 40 seconds or so. So just taking the objective of the tower, nothing more off that, it feels like.
Yep, and then we do get to the topic where I tried to be like 3 minutes ago. Which is who has a better chance at taking this Roshan. And I think in a game like this, maybe a little less powerful than it was in the previous matches, because we're a lot less burst damage focused this time around. Especially Na'Vi has so much like steady damage output.
I mean, I think I would opt to the side of Klim Sanic just because of the focus fire. Purely because if you can get that uninterrupted focus fire off onto Roshan, when you've got some damage items up your sleeve, which he's, building towards now. He's got the Glepnir out, he's got some stats, building towards what looks like the Hurricane Pike next. Yeah, Dragon Lance is here. Wind Ranger can chunk down Roshan fairly reliably.
Yeah, if they get the opportunity at it, I think they're the best. And Na'Vi, once again, just probably has to be satisfied with making sure they're second in the pit, so they can perhaps get the burst damage off on it. I'd want to lock down the Pango myself.
Yeah, and well, we're going to see the Pango smoke actually leading the line here, moving towards the other side, towards the triangle, where we see a couple of heroes in the bottom part of the map. In fact, they might have seen them over on the with the creep wave. So yeah, where are they going to go here, Klim Sanic? This is their second smoke in a row where it doesn't really feel like they've got any objective. Oh, they are going to be able to get the jump on now as well. Nefrit walks into this one. The silence comes out onto 2 heroes, but they have the lockdown. Respect even TP's in, and he's the one that secures the kill. So I mean, he needs the gold going towards the Ags as a position 4. That's definitely the role that needs that kill gold.
Yeah, the hero is sort of built for it. And then Zayat's dying to the Tormentor.
Yeah, okay. He doesn't even... Did he already have his shot? He did. Okay, so he did it for his team,
Yeah, he had his entire ridiculous army out again. I'd say it's karma.
And you can see here Munkushi inside the Roshan pit. This was talking about the focus fire coming through. With the help of his teammates, he will just be able to stand his ground, wind run as well, and just reliably, not quickly, but reliably chunk down Roshan with this focus fire.
Since they were... I mean, they got the info as well that Sides died all the way over on the other side.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a contest. They can play that one as freely as they want to. Everybody just sitting in the pit, wailing away.
And how's it looking now? Hurricane Pike, not too far away from Munkushi. Gold-wise, what's he looking at? 950 and 350. So yeah, it's not complete. He's not going to be able to get off the next camp or so, but it's not too far off. He's got the main parts, and just looking for the recipes to put it together.
Yep. It's not like we're looking at a stalemate in terms of items, though. Fudge getting close to the BKB. Same for the Death Prophet. And then the Puck, actually, because both of the supports, having already bought their own shards, gets lucky there, gets the phase shift shard, which is huge. Like, it's fine on the Death Prophet, right? But you really want it on the Puck. Oh. He's going to do a lot with that farm.
Rolling Thunder does get channeled now as well, but Melodule, he's got the haste, and he's going to be able to... No, the telekinesis, it connects. Do they have the shackles? Do they have the follow-up? They do have the follow-up, and now Malady, Sprout comes out. He's got that Quelling Blade to get himself away from this one, still taking damage, and one more right-click. And if it wasn't for that, the power shot would have got him.
Well, and there may not be any shackle shots involved, but that was as close to perfect chain stun as they were going to get.
Yeah. And this is going to open up the tier 2 tower as well. Okay, fortification, so it pushes away, but you've got the fortification out now. And we'll see just how, 20 seconds without the puck. You've got this Aegis for now, what's that, 3.5 minutes. Do Klim Sani4 have it in the bag, or do they need to wait for a couple more items now to start pressuring out on these towers?
I think you need to make the most from it right now while the punch is still not here. And I feel like we're in that same kind of window as in the first map, which does not bode well for Navi, where Shigetsu is still crawling towards his final item before he's really going to get involved, but his support staff are starting to wear thin. They've been getting punched for a while now, and they're getting tired of all the bruising.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, the BKB is going to be up in about about 900 gold. So he's going to be able to get involved in these fights. Yeah, like I said, get himself in and be that menace. He's already got that blink dagger that you were calling for as well.
Look at respect. He was fighting. It's a lot better now, but he was fighting
for his life.
Oh no, well, for the tower's life, there were about 800 skeletons there.
Damn. And he is going to go back for mana. He's short on the mana, so he won't be able to join his teammates right off the bat in fight if a fight breaks out. But yeah, goes back for mana, and he's got the ultimate. He can pop the ultimate inside the fountain if he really wants to, if he really needed to here as well. And it looks like the rest of the team with his Aegis, do you want to try and make something happen with it? Which might just be tier 2s. Yeah, they might look to just try and take back some map control. But 2 minutes left on the Aegis. What would you like to see them do with this? Is it just pushing down the tier 2s?
That's what you'd want to do with it, but they don't really have a reliable way of catching out Navi as long as Navi is not far out of the way. We've seen pick-offs on single heroes that were very, very far away, where they can take their time, chain stun, mellow jewel, chain stun, budge, but now they're moving as a group. That's a lot harder, and I guess maybe you're going to get this top tower here just because Navi is going to give it to you?
Yeah, they're going to be able to deal with the catapult. Munkushi coming in, focus fire onto the tower. No fortification on the side of Navi here as well, so that was already used up at the tier 2 tier. The tier 2 tier? And yeah, Munkushi, just free tower, and no real reaction here from Navi. They do, like you say, they just give it up.
I guess I would have liked to see them push the issue a little bit on that bot tower.
Yeah.
See if they can maybe get that one down. But at the same time, we were in that very delicate window where Shigetsu was like, I need 400 gold for my BKB. Don't screw this up, guys. Yeah. So this time, they're not in a hurry now that they finally have the entire kit at the ready, though Shigetsu immediately blinks up here. No, not again. Not again.
No, he's going to be able to come in with a Dismember, and this Aegis is still here for 46 seconds, so Munkushi could have tried and do what he could. And there's no focus fire for the next 4 seconds now as well, but brought back the Rubik. He stole the Dismember. He might be able to pop this Aegis, but can they get anything more out of this as Cloud chases down? Gets the kill on Shigetsu. Backlines. Maldi could be in trouble now as well. Munkushi coming back into this one. What's he shackled? He's not shackled on anything. The backlines, they do get the kill onto Maldi. Sweenstrong goes down to Zayat's Nefrit. Can he get himself away? He's out of mana. He's got those mana boots coming up in a couple of seconds. Slow down. He walks side and into the plasma field, and they do. They get 4. Only the puck survives through that one. Good fight here. They did lose the Rubik, but that was well worth. I suppose the Rubik and the Aegis, so well worth here for the side of Klim Sani4. And Navi being put on the back foot here. 8k and 11 kills down against Klim Sani4.
Happen again, Rob. It's like the mirror image of that first game. It's a little bit of like a clown mirror, right? It's not quite the same.
Yeah.
But it is definitely like, okay, we have the items right now. Like they even had the Maelstrom on the pocket already. So finally we have our entire kit. We can group up. And we're gonna move back to all stand around Shigetsu, and instead he blinks up a little careless. It's under his own vision and everything. Like he should be fine there.
Yeah, you think you would be, but
yeah.
At least it isn't as bad as the first game where he was still trying to go for the BKB while he was losing 2 lanes of Raxes.
It's true, but it's a funhouse mirror nonetheless. And now that's gotta feel like a punch to the gut. Like once again, you stuck it in there for a while. You really hung on to that game while your carry was getting his entire kit at ready, and now he's got the kit, and you're like, well, he goes in and dies first.
Yeah, and this is, to me, the big issue is now this next item is the Shivas, but Nefrit already has the Shivas.
Yep.
It's a big amount of gold to invest here just to get an item that you've already got on the field because you both doubled up on the Veils.
Yeah. And it's not like you're going to be building an AC this game either.
No. I was actually going to say that I would have preferred maybe Nefrit go towards that AC and just leave the Veil for the Purge into the Shivas.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not the worst, but at the same time, it feels bad when the AC is only a defensive measure and not an aggressive one as well. But the truth is just that you're not pumping out enough physical damage to make use of it this game whatsoever.
Yeah, it feels bad that, again, you're 11k behind and you're going to have to invest, what is it, 3,500 near enough with the next two items coming up just to get that second Shiva's out. And instead of Shigetsu being able to go towards, I don't know, I don't remember the last time I played Pudge, so I couldn't name the next item that, I would like to see. All I know is this feels bad.
It does, yeah. There's place to make with the shard, right? There's a way to go towards the into the spell lifesteal section of it. So, for example, it could be looking at what's the name of the item again? I'm completely blanking. We're 3 hours into this.
I couldn't tell you.
No, you could not tell me. Let me get my brain straight.
Rush. Might be a quick one.
Eternal Shroud. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, that item still isn't on. I know it's a good item, but it's still not one I'm used to seeing every single game. After the Heart Blade Mail, that's still, to me, we're still on that patch where the Eternal Shroud is just still garbage.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's very much different now, and
they're going to be able to get the lockdown. Glepnir comes out, and they're going to be able to shackle if they need to. Telekinesis. This all comes from this ward that got... No, that's just... tell me that's an observer, and it's not a sentry. It is an observer, and he's named it sentry. So yeah, you're right. I do get fooled by the wards being renamed. But this was one that the Nature's Prophet came in about 5 minutes ago, planted down. He just TP'd, and it did pay off. He get the kill into the Puck. The Puck is dead for 45, unless he wants to buy back. Oh, the hook. Oh, it's just on to Malady.
Of course, Malady's still dead.
Yeah, the Glepnir comes out, and that's a gem on the deck here as well. Does he want to go into the base? He just connects onto Chen, and it looks like he's just going to pull the retreat here, Chira Jr.
Malady knew that he was dead, so his courier was already coming out, and that means he got to snatch the gem back, so it's something.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's the little things that make up the big things.
It is... But yeah, without your Puck split pushing, and he's the source of split push for you, it's really very hard for you to keep the waves out versus his Nature's Prophet. And we're left staring at, once again, all of the outer towers down, Na'Vi locked in their base. This time you're fighting in base with a Pudge, which is always a very scary animal.
Yeah, if you can get the drag backs, separate somebody on the side of Klim Sani4 from the rest of the team, you force a 4v5 in your favor. The issue to me here is that, if Klim Sani4 want to go into Roshan, something like this, that Na'Vi, they don't have the best, there is no Chronospheres. We're not looking at any Supernovas. We're not looking at, Zayt's been able to sit on the front line as the Tiny and soak up so much damage, and then the rest of Na'Vi engage and get this fight. If this fight breaks out here in the pit, I don't...
Committed.
Yeah. Oh, did they focus fire? They did. Okay, how quickly can they do this one? And we'll
Fast enough. Navi's not quite there yet.
Maybe not here. There's going to be the Cloud. Yeah, he pops that BKB, trying to chase down now with the Rolling Thunder coming through. They're going to be able to get the lockdown onto the Purge, and the Purge being controlled all the way through this one, even with that mana drain coming out. Malady trying to do what he can on the back lines. Dismember will be used on Kira Jr. There will be the focus fire. Excuse me, the focus fire was used on, but 2 seconds away, and now it will come out if they want to. Nefrit with the Blade Mail. Again, was that power shot, the stun on the Wind Ranger. Can they get more from this now as well? It is going to be 2 heroes down. What else can they get? 3 heroes still standing on the side of Klim Sani4, 4 on the side of Na'Vi. But if they need it, the Nature's Prophet can buy back into this fight. The blink in. Telekinesis comes out. The Pudge might have put himself in danger. No! They get the kill onto the Wind Ranger. The drag back onto the Pangolian now. They're going to be able to clean up absolutely everybody. So maybe the commitment Klim Sani4. Well, I was saying about they don't have the Roche fight, but Na'Vi proving me wrong right off the bat.
Yeah, and I think the biggest problem here is that the fight was actually taken outside of the pit
Yeah.
With that, which means that you don't get as much out of the Pangolier as you would want, especially not because he was mostly hitting the Pudge, and the Pudge loves it when you do that. You're really supposed to wait until he's got like an immense amount of minus armor on him, and then you slap him around, but instead you put most of your teamfight damage into him. Puck really got to wait until the end phase of that fight to mop things up, and of course you did not have the focus fire at your disposal because you thought you could be taking it fast enough. There's a couple of miscalculations there by Klim Sani4 for sure.
Yeah, that focus fire, like I say, as Shigetsu was being rolled and thundered, it was still 2-3 seconds away. So if it had been up a couple of seconds earlier, maybe we see Shigetsu go down into that one. But as it happened, you know, he had the safety net, he had the control, he used his BKB, and he was just able to survive through. And the Wind Ranger, I think, got locked down, couldn't get that focus fire off, and was killed off fairly quickly.
And that puts the Aegis into the hands of Shigetsu.
Yeah. Might need to be careful. Okay, no, it doesn't matter. He's got the Dismember, he's got the Sustain, so he's not going to go down to the Tormentor here. Should be able to work through this one. Nefrit, though, Zayats, both of them got to be a little bit careful, but it will just be a free Tormentor.
I gotta say, the Aghanim's Pudge animation on taking the Tormentor is one of the coolest things in the game. Like, the fact that it just works so seamlessly with the Arcana is very nice.
Yeah, just being able to rip it apart. It always looks good on the bigger targets. Like, you know when you use it on like a Giant's rink, and he's just pulling chunks off this massive hero?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff.
But I was looking Tira Jr. Just trying to build up item-wise, net worth-wise, he's bottom of the cores. There is a bit of a gap between him and the supports, you know, so he's not too far off the table, but still, it's never nice when your Pango's at the bottom. Well, it's not nice for Klim Sani4. Navi Jr. gonna be Navi Senior are gonna be loving that.
Navi Senior, Tira Junior.
Yeah, I was looking at Junior when I said Navi, and I got so used in the DPC last season just saying Navi Junior that it just slipped in.
Yeah. Tira Junior was not on Navi Junior, was he?
I know. No.
What a missed opportunity.
Purely for Brandon, you know, they should have picked him up purely to have the name recognition.
Yeah. Alright, Octarine Core up on Tira Jr. Maybe actually be Gira.
Well, you are the language nerd, so... Listen.
I actually expect it to be.
But
I can't really expect you to learn to make that sound, because you're not Dutch.
No, and I can't even pronounce a lot of English words, so you're trying to make me speak Dutch as well. There will be issues there.
Hey, I could teach you some really fun words.
I'm sure you can't, not safe for broadcast though, I assume.
Exactly. And here we have the Siege, and this is where if you have a carry that's not necessarily like your traditional walk up and hit the buildings carry. Sure, he has an Aegis now. He wants people to damage him.
Look at this though, the amplified damage rune. They've even got the Nemesis curse on the Wind Ranger, so the Wind Ranger is going to be chunking down through this Roshan. Can they go for any more onto this one? He's going to pop his BKB, trying to run away, but the focus fire is still there. Lincoln Sphere does get broken. They get the kill. In turn, they do take down Respect, but Marty might fall here. Nefrit, Dream Call is going to use him. Munkushi just rolls it away. He uses the last of that BKB. Nothing to interrupt the BKB TP away from the Death Prophet, but they did get the Pudge. They got the Chen. They even got the line from this. They might even be able to get Meljul. Meljul, they shackled the lockdown. Okay, it's Klim Sani4's turn to take a really good fight, and we'll see what objectives they can get from this.
Yeah, and this is why I was thinking out loud about that Pudge's positioning, because you could hear me go into that. It's like, normally you really don't want the Pudge to do that. You sit back and you let the DP do it. And I was like, I guess he's just really wanting to soak up all of the damage, because, well, he's a Pudge, he's got the Aegis, another gem secure from the courier. Malady can't keep getting away with this, man.
It's right on, yeah, flying all the way around. You know, I mean, he's dead, so he's got time to micro it and get it out. But, yeah, one of these days, he is going to lose that gem for good.
It's not this day. It's Nefrit Tempest Fate.
Stepping up now, Nefrit. Just got to be careful. I mean, they've already broken this tier 3 tower. Focus Fire was used for that as well, so it's down for the next 13 seconds. Power Shot coming through. Fortification does get used. This next creep wave, though, will be pushing into the base, so they can carry on going onto this one, and still no puck for the next 20 seconds here. Do they clean up? I mean, did Navi have a chance? Because Respect isn't there. So it looks like Klim Sani4 not going to overstay the welcome, and Navi not even going to have the opportunity to fight that 4v5. Or 4v4, I guess, with the Nature's Prophet not being there.
I mean, I guess that Nature's Prophet as well is something that you could try to keep in your sights now. If you kill him, you've got yourself an opening at some really good fights, but
Yeah.
he's never going to be there first. And he's very hard to actually angle for. It's not like a Spectre. You can roughly suss out where she is on the map and then go there. It's like, yeah, he is there now, so you gotta walk to where he's going to teleport in about 10 seconds. Are you gonna guess right? Can you pin the tail on the donkey blindfolded? I don't think so.
No, I was never any good at that. I think it was the fact that I got spun around like 20 times before. You know, that was the thing that...
Oh, I don't do it.
Yeah, it stopped when somebody pinned the tail on the parent.
I see. That's unfortunate, though. I imagine a core memory.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was really fun. I see, the thing was, I wasn't the kid that did it, so I didn't get into trouble. I just watched this, you know, oh, you're getting warmer, as you walk into somebody else's parent, and then, bop, tack in the arm.
Radiant are scanning.
I really thought that only happened in movies, man.
No, it was because, like, yeah, they were egging him on, like, yeah, you're getting warmer to the donkey, you're getting warmer to it, and then, yeah, somebody learned a lesson. And then the spinning stopped, and you just kind of got, like, angled towards it after the fact.
Oh, well, that's a career down.
That is...
There was a plate mail on that.
What?
Don't you have enough plate mails, Nefrit?
No. You need to stack... Him and Lion need to stack them up. Yeah, Lion doesn't even have a single plate mail. What is going on?
What a pleb.
Yeah, it's just... Does he not know the build? Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Way more impressive here is that I don't think anybody in this game knows the build, because there are currently... Oh, no, I'm wrong. There's a Mage Slayer onto Cloud. Never mind. Cloud's the only man who knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing, right? Unless the puck buys it on the side of Na'Vi, which apparently it is rapier time, but unless he buys it, I don't really see anyone on the side of the Na'Vi that does want to get it. And maybe actually the puck getting the Mage Slayer, I mean, he does have the shard, so he attacks everyone that's in range. That might not be the worst thing for the puck.
No, it would even be quite decent, but at this point in the game, I think he's got the right read that much more drastic measures are required to pull this one off.
Yeah, he's got the Lincolns, at least no BKB, but he's got that Lincolns to make sure he can't be initially controlled. I can't speak about the follow-up, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely not, but that Lincolns is going to give him enough in this game. I do believe so. If he did not have the Lincolns, he had anything else, I would not have supported this rapier purchase, but as is, I think Navi should be doing everything to make sure that the puck gets to the rapier, and after he does, you can start thinking about winning the game again.
Okay. And we're going to see the 4-man smoke coming through here. So power shot from Mankushi trying to push in this bottom lane. Like I said, they have the advantage in the mid lane. That will push in just purely for the fact that you have the super creeps pushing that lane in. Who did he catch? Zayas is going to be one telekinesis. Dragged back. Shackles. It's going to latch to the low ground, but it does still latch. And they get a good kill into him. He does have his buyback available if needed. But it's just one of those things that you don't even want to try and use in the first place if you can avoid it.
Absolutely not. I mean, Chen, one of the best supports to buy back with, right? As alongside Silencer. But
every coin helps.
You would really rather not have it happen at all. Shigetsu working on E-Blade. So that's going to do a lot of work versus either the Wind Ranger's target or the Wind Ranger herself as what's the O?
You're an E-Blade person? Okay.
I am an E-Blade respecter.
Okay, because I'm an F-Blade person, and I remember saying that to, I think it was Nomad. It was Nomad and Mo Farah when we were doing some UK Dota stuff down in Leicester, and I said, oh yeah, you got the F-Blade. And Mo was like, oh, you call it F-Blade too? And Nomad looked at me like I had two heads. So it's just, it's like, it's a proper Marmite, you know, situation, I think, on the F-Blade.
That's, I mean, I'm not gonna stop you from doing it your way, as long as you don't stop me from doing it my way.
No, that's fine. You know, even if you are pronouncing it the wrong way, that's fine.
Girl's gotta have her flaws.
We do see the Roshan now going free into the side of Klim, Sani4. Mancusi looking to put pressure on again with this Aegis, going towards a Daedalus now as well. Won't be too far away from it. In fact, I think gold-wise, he has the gold, just maybe saving it. I mean, with the Aegis, he can buy out if he wants to.
Yeah. And Melojul chickened out, by the way.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He's finished up Mjolnir.
Tisk.
I mean, I live in the Nordics now. I should be saying Mjolnir.
It's, yeah, Mjolnir. I don't say it right either.
It just feels hard to switch out of my put-on English accent into a put-on Swedish accent. Like,
It's okay. I feel, you know, like I say, switching out of my put on English accent is hard as well. Because if I cast the way I grew up speaking, probably no one would understand me.
oh, it's like that thick, huh?
Yeah. I have, well, I used to, and then like I say, I went to university, it kind of dulled itself, and then through casting, I've kind of dulled it more. It's still there. Don't mean, you know, there's certain words, but, and not even certain words, but it's just not as strong as it was.
Yeah, it's like, the purpose of language is to be understood. So, it is...
See, you say that, but a lot of people, the purpose of language is not to be understood and just make it hard for other people as possible. Sometimes, just sometimes, when you're having a bit of fun with it.
Oh yeah, for shits and giggles, absolutely. The amount of times that I've told people in like different countries where I've worked, like, hey, your English is better than my, and then we fill in, you know, Malay, Cantonese, Tagalog, Russian.
Yeah, I felt bad yesterday as well because I was doing the winners interview with OG for the Bet Boom things, and that was apparently it was Whisper's first English interview, you know, and you have me coming along in this. I'm saying like, oh, you know, were you scared when you were looking at stuff like that? And he's like, I'm sorry. He only has to be fair. He did kind of, you know, kin onto it. Oh, the Impale, we'll come back to that. We won't come back to this. There's going to be a big jump here. Yes, you get to. Trying to do really kind of a lot of damage onto the Wind Ranger. Meljul is going to be able to get the kill onto Kira Jr. Mancusi. Aegis has been popped. Can the rest of the team come into this one? Maybe try and save this Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger has the BKB. It's going to come out immediately here. The spike won't connect. Lincoln Sphere is going to be broken now as well. We'll be able to get the kill onto the Lion. Chase down. They get a lockdown onto the Death Prophet with the Gleipnir now as well. Backlines respect. Trying to do what he can. Gets that Hex out onto Shigetsu. Forcing him away. The buyback as well. They're going to be able to get the drive back onto Respect here with the hook. And that is going to be the death of the Natus Prophet. He does have the buyback if he wants it, and now they even celebrate by going after the Tormentor, but that forces a buyback out from the Pango.
Yeah, that Pango buyback is absolutely huge, and the two-pronged attack there from Navi is brilliant. This is the first time I think that I've seen him get a proper coil on the get-go, immediately locking down all three cores, and it means they get to remove the Bangalore from the game before he gets Rolling Thunder off, and that's where the Dire side really have no teamfight advantage over the Navi side anymore.
Yeah, and really good jumping. You've got the Pudge now as well with the Boots of Travel, so he is able to close that gap. He's pulling heroes in with the I was going to call it the Meteor Hammer then as well. I always forget the name of it, the Havoc Hammer. I should always remember the alliteration, Havoc Hammer.
And you know, you can just say hammer and you're correct in both instances.
Yeah, true. That's the easy way out, Kips.
Work smarter, not harder.
But it was a good, great jump out, disrupting. Like you say, they get the kill onto the Pango, and all of a sudden, Klim Sani4, it's like you cut the head off the chicken. They start to panic a little bit.
Yeah, with the Wind Ranger completely cut off there as well, and the buyback felt really, really weird. Like, you don't have enough heroes down on the other side to make this buyback worth it, and you're going to spend such a long time trying to get back in there. There's no boots of travel over on that Pango.
No, and it's not like they had the outpost on the Radiant side of the map either. You know, it was a full travel from the outpost on the other side. So yeah, it was rough. And Pangolier, maybe a little bit too hasty on that buyback.
But Klim Sani4, yeah, you can see them being quite a lot more cautious right now. And they might have to play it that way for the foreseeable future, because the Pango is going to be the target again and again and again. Navi know that if they get him down, they can win these team fights. And now he doesn't have that buyback.
Yeah, and how's it looking, Puck? Has the Acceptor, Lincoln Sphere's still up now. Like you say, he's maybe... Is this a Hex first? But he's got the goal if he wants it to go towards that Rapier, which he's got queued back up.
Yeah, he's been wavering. He got a bunch of money, queued up the Mystic Staff.
No, it's not the Hex, is it? It's the Plasma.
It would be the Plasma, yes.
Yeah, I still not used to the build-up in that item. You know, I completely forget in pubs playing the Puck, and it's like, oh, I built a Plasma. I was trying to build into the Hex. Oh well.
Oh well, I do a lot of damage now.
Yeah. My right click is mental. I mean, gold-wise, he's about 300 gold off having that and his buyback, so I can see why he's not bought out for that one. But just a creep wave or two will give him the gold to buy that one out if he wants it.
Exactly, and Melojul is already the one that keeps the party going over on the side of Navi.
Oh, jump in. Smoke Lincoln's onto Munkushi. Munkushi the furthest one forward here, and he will be able to get that Lincoln's out, get himself out of danger. But that was a smoke attempt coming out from the side of Klim Sani4. Doesn't pay off. Almost immediately gets broken, that smoke.
Yeah. And really liking in general how Navi has now fully recouped from their attempt at getting the tempo back.
Yeah.
And right now they are playing very far forward, even though they do not currently have the net worth lead.
Yeah, and... It is to a point where if you have these items, if you're ready to fight, it doesn't really matter about the net worth. Again, to a point, if we were looking like 40, 50k, you know, something ridiculous, sure, but 6k at 50 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah, that's easy. One team fight turns that around.
The only thing that I would be careful about is the fact that Nefrit does not have level 25.
Oh, are they going to go for the jump? I was just checking what the Puck was doing here now as well. Nefrit going to be chased down. Lotus Orb will come out. But the Rolling Thunder, it connects onto the line. They're going to do a lot of damage onto Respect. But Respect, he's not going to die off just yet now. As well on the backlines, he will finally get the kill. Shigetsu with the Dismember onto the Razor. They might be able to clean him up before he gets any more damage out to it. He will go down here. Munkushi has to run away from this one. And so do the rest of Klim Sani4 now. You're looking at this Pudge. He is a big tanky boy here. Nearly 5k health. And these... He's only got 5 Flesh Heap stacks as well. This is all just from him being a hero.
Which is, I've been keeping an eye on those Flesh Heap stacks. Like, at some point, you usually want to talk about it as an analyst, right? Like, oh, look at how many Flesh Heap stacks he has as well. It's like, no, he doesn't have those. He's positively slim.
Yeah, looking at the strength from the Aghanim Scepter, the health that comes through from that as well, the strength coming out from the Black King bar, and some from the Havoc Hammer. But apart from that, it is just okay. The Shiva's Guard as well just gives some. And he's building up to the point where it's becoming like the last game. You know, I'm seeing similarities in this last game where the position 1 is just starting to look really untouchable by the rest of by all of Klim Sani4.
Yeah. And in this case, maybe you can work around him for a while, right? The Pudge is not very mobile. You can keep his Blink Dagger disabled, that sort of thing. You gotta dodge the hooks. But at the same time, the rest of his lineup are also starting to be really hard to take down. This is also a very tanky Puck as well. That's still 3k health on a Puck.
Yeah.
24 armor as well, and Nefrit stared the entire enemy team in the face without blinking because he's got like 4 plate mails.
No, yeah, he does. He's got, what's his armor sitting up now as well? That's, what are we looking at? 63?
Yeah, we sure are.
Yeah, okay. Good luck right clicking him.
Even the Chen's rocking a plus 20 with the Crimson Guard up, so.
Damn.
I was thinking that they would be focusing down Kira Jr. because, you know, that would be a dieback. He is the team fight. But instead, I think the information that Navi got was like, wait, what if he just doesn't actually deal enough damage to be a problem? And we just sort of stand there, hands on our hips, like, are you done now? Okay, now we kill your Razor.
Yeah, now it's our turn. Pango going into the Disperser. Nice pickup, more stats, you know, more damage, and just being able to supercharge your entire team, you know, just be able to, well, in this case, it feels like more running away than running towards, but we might see a couple of heroes running toward with this one. So it's the furthest one forwards now as well, and yeah, Navi, I mean, Roshan, it's going to be a really quick respawn on this one now as well, on the bottom part of the map, and it just feels like Navi, they're in a great position to take this fight.
Let's see, Wind Ranger picks up her Aghanim Scepter. It's going to be permanently, wind runningly invisible. And checking. Yeah, that gem is still over on the Chen though.
Yeah.
So.
And Zayats isn't afraid of being the Nature's Prophet, trying to TP in to scout this one out. And I think they might try and make a quick response, but if they do, I mean, Na'Vi, it's down to about a third of its health here, Roshan. They have to be...
It's so fast.
Yeah, it's so quick going down into this one. They might not even be able to stop it. If she gets the Sages, chunk him through him once, maybe. Chunk him through him twice. I ain't so sure.
Yeah, me neither. And that is a refresher shard at the ready now as well. He's keeping that in his own back pocket for the BKB, I guess. But I would like him, hand that over to Nefrit's son. There you go.
Yeah, and...
He knows what's right.
It's just gonna, I mean, the exorcism's down for the next 55 seconds anyway, but again, this just feels like the last game where Klim had a really good hold on the early momentum, like the early aggression, but they failed to make it count, and all of a sudden Na'Vi, they're hitting this late game stride, and if they win one good fight, we're gonna see buildings all over the map disappear here for Klim. And by all over the map, I mean just inside that high ground, because they only have one outside tower left.
Exactly. And that's strange because Na'Vi definitely wavered under the pressure for a little bit, but the threat of the high ground pudge, it feels like Klim blinked. It was like, because they were standing up at that high ground looking at it, and they didn't.
No. Yeah, being able to, at least they've got a lane, or not even a lane, but they've got a melee racks down, so it applies some pressure. It's better than, with the last game, they only got a tier 3, they didn't actually take the racks. So that feels a little better, but yeah, the net worth now, like I say, we talked about it, what, 5 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago, was in favor of Klim by about 7k. All of a sudden, Na'Vi now, it is starting to slowly slide back into their favor.
Yep, and at this point, like, especially, you can't touch the pudge because he is too big, but you can't touch the puck either, and Melojo is doing so much damage in these fights.
Did he pass? Okay, they passed a shard over to the puck as well. So Melojule's going to have the refresher shard.
Yeah.
And that's a Plasma. Yeah, he's still got the buyback goal if he wants it here as well. He's got a lot of utility coming through. Like you say, he hits like a truck now as well. So this is, it is just starting to stack against Klim, I think. And coming into this 150, I mean, this is the longest series I've cast in a long time. Not even today. This is going back through the qualifiers I've just done as well. Northern went to 3 games, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this one ends.
Same, absolutely, and it's well, it's certainly not quite over yet. We have the better team fight control with that Pango over on Klim still. We have insane damage on the Windrunner with the Daedalus. And she's going to be, especially if they get that gem out of the hands of Zayat somehow, she's going to be incredibly hard to catch.
Yeah, and you can see that immediately Wind Ranger with the gold wants to create another space, another slot, going into the disperser, so gonna go for that Aghanim's Blessing recipe, that pickup. In terms of, doesn't have the surplus gold actually to pick that fully up, so we'll just be waiting on that by about another, was it 400, 500 gold, and we'll be able to complete if he wants to. Which... it feels bad, right? Because you lose the stats and it's still a while off your next item build-up, but it does free up the slot, which eventually will pay off dividends.
Yeah, you have to. It's a given. You should just be like, well, at least I get the option now.
Yeah.
Instead of having to backpack something else. He's already been playing without boots for a very long time.
True, but I suppose Wind Ranger of all the heroes, well, like Wind Ranger, Darkseer, and maybe the Weaver as well. Boots.
I was about to say Weaver.
Not the highest priority. That's
optional.
Still good, yeah, but I mean, 60 minutes. Are Force Boots still a thing at 60 minutes, or did they get taken away?
No, I'm just gonna give myself the thing here. Yeah, the Force Boots are still in there.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, you just get Force Boots. Just get Force Boots.
I mean, we're getting there.
We are close.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Way closer than I thought we would be. Certainly when Navi dropped the ball on our item reveals, I thought that we were done.
Yeah, I genuinely after that first game, I thought, okay, here we go. We're gonna get another 2-0 here. But no, to be fair to both sides, they've played the series really, really well. Nature's Prophet though does get taken out here. The jump in, and Pudge gonna be able to get another flesh heap on the stack. And this is just, again, respect. Maybe not respecting the fact that this can come from anywhere. Just playing with the rest of his teammates.
Yeah, he's really unlucky getting caught in the AoE of the orb there. Man, the attack speed on this puck. And let's not forget the Plasma gives you your intelligent as damage every second on whoever you hit with the Plasma hit. That's 200 extra damage.
Yeah, it is
per second.
bonkers. It is ridiculous.
For 4 seconds.
And it's a great way to chunk through. I mean, they don't really have super tanky heroes. Okay, Pangolier 4k health, 3.7. But this is kind of the way that Dota's been trending, right? The cores always sit around 3.5, 4k. So it's still a lot of damage. Shackles actually comes out to the death
Look at the difference in the
profit.
siege.
Yeah.
Look at the difference. Where Shigetsu is.
I mean, look at where the Death Prophet now as well. Shigetsu dives himself out, but they've already got the kill onto the Death Prophet now as well. And they've got enough damage to get the kill onto Shigetsu. That Gale, the drag back, the control coming through. And that was just through the control of having the... Oh, a back lines though. Puck? Oh. No way, dude. And now they're even going to be able to get the catch out onto the Lion. Na'Vi, they had it and they let it slip through their fingers.
Wow. And they walk up there and I'm busy like, hey, look, they learned something. And then the Gale Force comes out.
Yeah.
There's no way to... They're not getting in position to hook him back. They don't have the Force Staff from Melody within range to actually get him out of that. And instead they get forced to jump Shigetsu into base anyway.
Yeah. And
this is going to cost them.
The buyback comes out from the line. It might cost them pretty much every single... Well, apart from Zayat's, it might just cost them all of the buybacks here to defend this. Because if they don't, yeah, 2 of them do come through. Where's that Refresher Shard now as well? No exorcism for the next 20 seconds. But if they can hold out for 20 seconds, this might be a good opportunity here for Na'Vi to take a fight on their side of the map. We'll see how it is going to play out here. Maybe, you know, Klim, Sani4, they're going to carry on going. Are they going to be able to force out more buybacks here? Jump in. They're going to be able to go into Nefrit. Nefrit has that BKB going. Shirajo with the Rolling Thunder now as well. The silence onto the Rubik. But he's going to be able to wait this one out, come right back into it if he wants to. And Pudge even buys out here. So they might just be fine with that. They just might back themselves away. They forced out a BKB. What was that? 3 buybacks here as well. That's even if they don't get any more out of the base from Na'Vi. That's still great from Klim, Sani4.
It's a huge win. Look at the gold difference, like flipping straight up from... That's just the buyback gold right there. That was all gold that was in Navi's pockets and is now never going to get spent on any items ever.
And take a look at the buybacks on the other side as well. Windranger, Pangolier, all 3 cores. Rubik has his as well. So if there is a fight around the Dire base, these buybacks could come in clutch here, and it might just be enough to secure the game for Klim, Sani4. And all of a sudden, Na'Vi, after being in such a strong position for so long, one fight catches them out of position, and it's, you know, it's right back up in the air.
Yeah, one fight puts them at the wrong position, and now both teams really kind of misstepping at the possibility of going high ground. It's like, you know, feeling a little bit of nerves, perhaps. Alright, Melojule's career is going. It's still not the Rapier, though.
No. Oh, Nature's Prophet actually TB'd in there, trying to get aggressive. And it looks like respect, just getting these wards down. I love these wards, just so deep in, making sure that if anyone does push out, they're going to have that early warning coming out. Roshan, it's a minute and 10 away, but it looks like Klim, Sani4, you want to take a fight. They've taken back the outpost on the side of Na'Vi. Jump in now as well. Nature's Prophet going to be locked down. Killed off, maybe, potentially. And no buyback here for him. Another Rolling Thunder stopped in its tracks here. Can he fight through this one? Focus Fire going to be used onto it. Well, Malady, the 4-star 4, they're going to be able to get the kill onto Malady. Malady did buy back. Drag in the hook. They get it onto... do they get the kill? Munkushi will fall down now. Cloud popping his BKB. There is going to be the Eye of the Storm coming out. Puck didn't buy back in that last fight, so at least they're going to be able to get this. The drag back here as well onto Cloud. Cloud, he might have been caught out. This might have been a step too far, and just face checking the high ground here. It's going to cost Klim, Sani4 3 heroes, but at least it's on the other side of the map. They might not be forced into the buybacks just yet.
Yeah, maybe not yet. And there's a possibility that if Na'Vi runs full throttle forward right now, the hook was stolen by Swedenstrong.
Okay, that ain't great. He even gets the... Okay, he's got no flesh heaps, but he does have the flesh heap active, right?
Yeah.
Though, to be fair, he probably doesn't want to be in the position where he has to use that flesh heap.
It's like, you know, every little bit counts, and yeah, the Na'Vi don't actually get to do anything with this.
No. Yeah, it was still...
Buybacks.
they've still lost 2 heroes. Yeah, like you say, that if they overcommit and lose heroes, that it could just be curtains for them because of those buybacks. And Pango, he's got the tier 5 token, but he's not chosen an item just yet. In fact, what have we got? Tier 5 on the Wind Ranger, no item. Razor still got the mindset. It's the Rubik. Rubik's going for the Book of the Dead. Oh, okay.
Alright. Well, that's one way to beat the high ground blues.
And Chira gonna go in for the Giant's Ring, so 5k health. We will see. Maybe this Dismember from the Pudge ripping. What's he going? He's gone for the Book of Shadows.
Interesting.
Okay.
That's surely especially for the night vision.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, okay, I suppose you take one hero out of the fight for, what, 4 seconds? On an 8-second cooldown?
Yep.
So, yeah, you could stop the Wind Ranger from being able to focus fire. Wind Ranger going to go for the mirror shield here as well. Doesn't even need boots.
No, absolutely not. Book of the Dead. Respect is still thinking.
Yeah, Respect and Cloud are still thinking. There's 3 Book of Shadows here on the side of Na'Vi.
And a 5-man smoke, by the by.
Yeah, how quickly can they do this? Roshan, Shackle going to try and break this one. Focus fire coming in, but again, we've already seen how this ends. If you don't get the Roshan quick enough here, and the rotation coming in from Na'Vi, how quickly can they do this? They're going to get close to it. Do they? No, I don't think they do. They're not going to be able to get over here in time. This is Roshan, the Sages. The scan comes out, but it's Roshan. He's already dead. And our Refresher shard on the Pangolier passes it over to the Razor. And it's just, yeah, they have to back themselves away, Na'Vi. They can't fight into this again. Buybacks are down. They're not going to be able to sneak a fight. And all of a sudden, Na'Vi, they just have to turn tail right back towards their base.
Very unfortunate timing for them there. Let's see. Magic lamp over on the puck. And I was gonna say, like, surely this is going to be the lead up into a rapier then, right? But no, that's Arcane Blink now. That's Arcane Blink. We still have upgrades to do.
Yeah, we still have slots to fill here, and Puck doesn't need boots. Just get a rapier. It's fine. Just sell the boots. Actually, what would you sell? Because he's already consumed he's got the axe and the shard consumed. Would you just backpack the boots in case you need to group up on the other side of the map? You'll help out your teammates or something?
Definitely. Like the TP. I mean, you get your skulls as well. It's...
Oh, the hook! The phase shift is going to keep the puck from being dragged back there as well. I think he was tipped off by the power shot and just immediately gets himself in that phase shift form.
And now these necro units going to work.
There was a reason that the Necrobook was taken out of the game, and I like that Ice Frog's just like, you know what, let's bring it back in as a big late game item now. The jump comes out into the Pangolier. Do they get the kill into this one? He's got no cheese, nothing like that. He is dead. 124 seconds on the sidelines unless he wants to buy back, but the Necro units doing work here onto the racks. They might be able to get themselves that range racks. It will go down before they do all get cleaned up, and it looks like Klim Sani4 can be happy with that. Well, not super happy because he lost the Pango, but happy enough that they're going to back themselves away. No major issues.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that if Na'Vi continues to just sit back, you can take the base like this.
Yeah.
You can just throw somebody decently tanky all the way into the back lines, and then, you know, while they're all taking down your heroes, you can kill a Rex. But it doesn't feel very sustainable. Like, heroes aren't that much of a renewable resource.
No. Once or twice, and that's about it for about 2 minutes, because we are getting up very late into the game, and those buybacks going to be costly. The death time is going to be incredibly lengthy. So this is where Na'Vi, they have to, if they're trying to take a fight, you know, they have to be on point with it. I mean, both sides, they need to be on point with it, but at least here... Oh no, the buybacks coming back up in the next minute or so. So Klim Sani4 not really forcing anything while these buybacks were down, it doesn't feel like.
No, that attempt right there was basically it. That was the Aegis push with buybacks down over on the other side. But once again, not quite ready to do it as I'm watching Nefrit getting put into the shadows.
Yeah, and you can have a little bit of fun with it as long as it's not fully griefing, you know. Just have a bit of a mess around.
Yeah, and in a game this long, like, the human attention span is an hour at best. Like, we are far beyond that. These guys have been focused since the draft.
Yeah, I mean, they've been
gotta
focused all
loosen up
3
at some point.
games. Yeah,
Yeah.
just have a little bit of fun, harmless fun, where you can find it.
I mean, it's clearly harmless because if you shadows him and somebody jumps him, you know, there's still no harm done.
By definition, yeah, it is harmless because he will go unharmed. Might not be able to farm, which is what he's looking for, but, you know, swings and roundabouts.
Unfarmed. Nobody has unfarmed problems in this game anymore, I don't think.
Oh.
The only thing I've been looking at for the past couple of minutes is the level 25s. Those have finally come in for both of the supports of Navi as well, which now puts everybody at their final talent. Zayt's has got the strong dispel. Very nice. If several people are disabled at once, you can just say, nah, you're not, actually.
Yeah. Did he... He didn't actually get the Arc Scepter either, so I mean, he's just walking around with Ancient Creeps, and Shigetsu says, get back in the base, you know. It's nighttime. What are you?
Yeah. It's dangerous out there. And they are the team with the multiple Book of Shadows here. They have a lot of vision.
While this is going on, though, you can see that Munkushi just using his illusions to push in this creep wave towards the tier 3 tower, and it feels like you say, this is for all the marbles. This is for the trip to DreamLeague, and both teams are playing it really, I want to say safe. You know, that they're being careful on it. They're making sure they don't give anything away. They don't want to overstep the boundaries. This is why you can see that game 3, 68 minutes, it makes sense because neither team want to give anything away to the other one, and you do. This is why these long games do start to come out like this.
And it's like your hands will get sweaty on that mouse from time to time when there's that much on the line. Like, DreamLeague is the big deal this season. The big money is not at TI anymore, but it is in a pot of gold at the end of the DreamLeague.
Yeah.
And that's where you gotta be. So this is actually one of the more important matches you're going to play all year. And that's enough to make anybody think twice about which buttons they're gonna click next.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that the players might be... I mean, they are professionals. They're adamant professionals, so I'm not going to say nervy, but just, you want to be sure what you're doing here as Munkushi runs in. Yeah, Nefrit gets shackled out now as well. Do they have the damage to get him out? Nefrit, that Book of Shadows is going to pay off for a little bit. Backlines, there's going to be the spin here. Pangolier once again, does he get caught out? Will he be able to fight this one? Because there's a lot of damage coming through, but he will be able to be kicked away in that roll-up form. And Nefrit wants to carry on chasing out now. Chira Jr. once again, the refresh comes out. Shigetsu's going to be able to get that second BKB off now. The damage coming through. What can they do to this? Shigetsu's going to try and run himself away, and Cloud chasing him down. The refresher of his own here. They might be able to get the kill into Shigetsu. Shigetsu will fall. 125 seconds on the buyback, so he does come back from that. Excuse me. 125 seconds on the death time, and Nefrit might not be so lucky. And he's going to be able to get himself away once again. The Book of Shadows just stops him from being targeted. Backlines now. Melojul. Glepnir comes out. Do they have the control? He's going to try and do what he can with the phase shift. Keeping himself alive, keeping himself going, keeping himself jumped up, buying time, buying space. But is it going to be enough? And can they rescue Private Melojul here? It looks like the control. It's not. He's dead. 98 seconds. But he does have a buyback.
Yeah, no rescue was coming there. That looked quite promising for Navi for a while. They get the hook in onto that Pango. They pump a lot of damage into him, but while they are spending that time with their BKBs on and anything, they're not actually killing him.
No.
You're really just too tanky to take down like that anymore. And that's where, especially the Razor, the fact that you've been standing in the eye of the storm really starts hurting. And the Wind Ranger gets several focus fires off there. It's, and I guess last but definitely not least is at some point Death Prophet does start falling off. Exorcism hurts, continues hurting. She had a great time standing in the middle of that fight there, dealing a ton of damage, but eventually she's gonna get one more boost once she hits the level 30. She's gonna get extra Exorcism spirits. But with the amount of HP that they have on the other side currently, they found out that they could stand, that the damage from Navi was running out, and that they could turn.
Yeah, especially now that the Pudge, you know, he's got that refresher on cooldown. I think it was just the shard. It was just a shard for the Razor, but he is building into that refresher. of his own. Shiro Jr. is going to be able to get the jump into the connector to Nefrit now as well. Nefrit, that's going to be the mirror shield coming through now as well. They have some control. Lotus Orb on him. He's still got that BKB if he wants to use it now as well. But the Book of Shadows, he's going to survive for a little bit longer. Has that Wind Waker. Going to be able to get himself away from this for a little bit. Hand of God for that strong dispel. She gets to BKB into the Dismember onto Kira Jr. But can they do the damage onto this one? Nefrit, again, caught in the Sprout. That BKB will be wearing off soon. He's still going. He is still kicking. But while this is going on, they are losing bits and bits of the base here. The creeps pushing in. You've got the siege creeps pushing in. Jump on the back lines. Can they get the kill onto Respect? Respect, he will go down. Has a buyback of his own if they want to do this one. But how much time can they buy here on the side of Klim Sani4? Because those creep waves, they are pushing in. They are doing chip damage to the base.
Nefrit's got a... Oh, sorry, excuse me. No, Melojil's got a lot of work to do here. And that was... I mean, they just repeated the recipe, right? We tossed the Pangolier in. And we hope that they run out of damage focusing firing him, but that's not really what happened this time. And once again, man, Nefrit's so bloody hard to bring down.
Yeah, he might fall off damage-wise, but survivability-wise, he's fine just walking in at the minute.
I have to correct myself, though. He's actually going for the last Exorcism upgrade here. I thought he already had an Aghanim Scepter, but no, he does not.
Yeah, so he's...
Still more damage coming from Nefrit. Pardon my French.
Well, does he have the gold? I mean, buyback is available. He has a 2.4. Is that enough? He needs about another 500 gold to fully be able to buy out. Roshan is going to roar. It's going to alert Na'Vi to the presence here of the Roshan being back up. Can he get there in time? Meljul, he might want to get in early for the rest of his team, but you have these creeps pushing out here. The Gale Force comes through. There is going to be the Dream Core, but the Wind Waker on the very edge of it. Shiro Jr. using that Rolling Thunder. Are they going to be able to dive this one? There is no refresh here onto the Pangolier, so Pangolier just going to try and do what he can with this one Rolling Thunder through and over the high ground thanks to that Giant's Ring. Okay.
Na'Vi, once again, just a little late.
Yeah. And with the spotting, you don't even need to use your heroes here to spot. You just use those the Necrobook creeps. You know, you place them around all three entrances, and you feel comfortable letting Na'Vi push in through even in smoke, because it's going to break, and you're still going to have the vision.
Yeah, absolutely true. But it has happened now. The moment we have all been waiting for. Long have we waited.
Oh,
it is Rapier.
It's here.
Melojil.
And for anyone that doesn't know, there was a change, so it's not just right-click damage now, unless you changed it back when I wasn't looking. You also get 25% spell amplification off this. Puck is definitely going to benefit from the added damage on the spells as well. And Maldi's probably licking his lips. He's like, oh, if Meljul goes down, you know, and we get it back.
Oh, yeah.
How many stacks has he got? He's only got 5 finger stacks in a 74-minute game.
Yeah, it's a little sad. He's been dying a lot, but you know, his finger stacks kept pace with his carry Pudge's spreadsheet for a while. So you know.
Oh, roll on the back lines. Nefrit, I think just focus fire in the buildings here now as well. Dream Core does get used. They're going to be able to break the Lincolns onto the Razors, use that mirror shield, and that Aegis gets popped so early on. What else can they do from this? Do the Na'Vi want to re-engage onto this now as all the sounds comes out? But he's got that BKB Cloud trying to get himself away. Look at the length on that drain, man. And he just has to back out. He's not going to use that refresher just yet. So no second BKB. Mirror Shield was back up there as well. So everybody just backing themselves away. On the side of Klim Sani4, it's an 18k net worth lead here. It's 75 minutes in this third and final game. Both teams, they don't want to give up.
No, like, Monkushi definitely got the scare of a lifetime there, though. That was not a direct hit from the puck, just one off of the face shift. Otherwise, I think he might have just actually straight up died to the harassment.
Yeah, the extra attack speed, like say, Ag, Sept, Shard is all up. So we've got, he's level 30 as well. We've got full right click. We've got full everything, Pudge here. It doesn't even need to be a right click. Where's the Prophet? The Prophet was TPing into the base to get a ward down. It looks like, yep, the Observer ward goes down. Now we're going to see the jump here onto Death Prophet. Death Prophet, Hand of God comes out really darn early. There's going to be the Lotus Orb now as well. And the refresh here onto the Razor. He's got that second BKB. He's got the Nullifier as well. And yeah, he has to back out. No Aegis left on him now. Hook won't connect to anyone.
Is that a Hand of God steal?
I don't know. It was, yeah. There's even going to be this Dismember stolen away from the Rubik. The Rubik's silenced out. Has to back out with the rest of his teammates now. And it's a great base hold here coming out from the side of Na'Vi. But they are slowly losing well, they've only got 1 Rax left.
Yeah, it's been chipped away at, and this is the problem of their how far back their position has been, and I guess it's still working. Klim Sani4 has been losing heroes here and there again and again, but the necrobooks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you hate to see it or do you love to see it?
It's 75 minutes, 76 minutes in. If I'm playing this game, the necrobots are coming out. I'm like, yeah, cool, just get it over with. You know,
Yeah.
either side, because this is, like you say, games shouldn't really last that long, and that's what the tier 5 items were designed for, right? To make the games end, and the game still hasn't ended. We're 76 minutes in. But yeah, I don't mind it. Like, I used to hate it when it was just an item you could build up, necrobook, 20-minute necrobooks, and 3 heroes have necrobooks, and the game's over. But as like a 60-minute item, yeah, sure, that's fine. I don't mind it.
All right. I'm still of the opinion that it's sad that we don't get to do the 20 minutes free necrobooks thing anymore.
Are scanning.
Yeah. It was great when you were winning, but when you were behind,
Yeah.
it felt awful.
Oh, it is. Casual little puck jaunt. The entirety of the dire side revealed.
The smoke cleans up the creep wave there as well, no issues. And good fingers here, good timing on the the orb back, the jump in, phase shift, and then right back to your orb into your base to make sure you don't get caught out. And creep wave being cleared up. There is treants.
Yep.
I don't know what they're doing, but there is treants.
Politely waiting until somebody opens.
Yeah, the queuing. They're just practicing the queuing. Do we have...
Is this flame? Are you saying that Klim Sani4 is gonna go back to pressing find match very soon?
No, I'm just saying, it's something that could be practiced a little bit more. That,
Oh wait, I forgot you're from Q Island.
Yeah. I'm surprised that Pango hasn't completed this full Abyssal Blade. Just to be able to get the jump in that potential control. If you can get like on top of the puck with it, just the quick blink into the Abyssal, snapping onto him. But for the minute, it's just going to be the Basher and maybe the level 2 bots.
Yeah, I mean, right now the puck has so many items that he does not have the Lincoln Sphere in his active inventory, so that would be an opportunity indeed.
Yeah, Puck is 12 slotted. Quite literally no more room.
And just once again, little nick on the range barracks. That health's never coming back.
Nope. And slowly, but slowly wins the race.
It will. And the question is Navi gonna... Oh!
Did they actually get the kill? He's going to be forced to pop the BKB. Wind Waker comes out now as well onto the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet to the finger. It's not going to be able to get the kill. And he will be able to get himself away from this one. Nefrit is going to try and chase while this is happening on the other side of the base. It will be mega creeps coming out here. Kira Jr. was able to break the base. Well, so good distraction. Great bait mate here from the Nature's Prophet. Obviously 100% calculated.
I rate 8 out of 8. I mean, this was going to happen at some point. Right? You only have that one building left. Like, you have been trying to apply the split pressure. Like, maybe it's not directly what you intended to do right in that moment, but there's a reason why Respect's got that giant ring on, right? He's going to be away from his team. He wants for it to take long for him to die. In order for them to get damage in on the base. And now the base is, it's all up to Klim Sani4 now. Are they going to sit here, gather up a bunch more items, make sure that everybody is level 30, or are they going to say we keep on pressing the issue? Because Navi is not going to come out of their base anymore. They had their opportunities, they said, nah fam, we're good, and now they don't even have those opportunities anymore.
Yeah, and finally, nobody on the side of Klim had the Shivas, right? Respect is I just watched him finish that one up. I'm just making sure like no one had it and sold it. But that's gonna be, he gets rid of the Spirit Vessel. It's really nice for him to have that. Again, just a reduction. The Amplify, but the reduction on the heals, right, on that Shivas, if we take a look.
Yep. Important first to DP, important first to Chen.
Radiant are
Roshan. God, do you even have room for another Aegis? I suppose Mankushi does.
Yeah, you can sort of like wiggle it in there, because you just replaced the Satanic, right? You're never going to pop that before.
Yeah, yeah. Moonshard is out for the Wind Ranger here now too. In fact, Moonshard's I think coming out for a lot of people. Does the... No, Pangolier doesn't have one. But I think this is the Abyssal Blade being completed on his courier. So...
Finally.
That's not even his courier. That's not his courier. That's a Death Prophet's courier. It's on the wrong side of the map. What are you doing?
Well... I guess being in the least expected position, and that's a Mystic Staff on there as well, so I don't think you make any Abyssal Blades with that. It's gonna be a Hex, eventually.
And
They're just sitting around in their base.
yeah,
At this point, surely it's just karaoke night, right?
Yeah, I think this is what we're being brought down to, that Kira Jr.'s going towards the Helm of the Overlord. That he's just like, cool, we're not even going to risk ourselves pushing into this base, we're just going to send wave after creeps. And you kind of have to, push him back. He gets, like a Black Dragon to go in there, does a little bit of chip damage to the tower. You can send a Thunderhide in there, does a little bit of chip damage to the tower. And you just sit back outside the base and say, if you want to fight, you have to come at us.
Yeah, and they just tried to take down the Tormentor there, and the Tormentor's like, nah, actually, I'm too big now. They gave up.
Oh no. When even the Tormentor's bullying you, you know things aren't going your
It's
way.
pretty rough. I mean, but it hasn't been this rough all game. Like, we got to 60 minutes with, like, barely 10k difference.
Yeah, and now the 25k swing, it is just stacking up, like you say, because the Sada Na'vi, they cannot leave their base. It's not even at a standstill here, because the base is slowly being chipped away. They are losing by attrition.
This is some of the slow attrition I've ever seen, not gonna lie. But, it counts.
Yeah,
It's gonna get harder, though. Like, sieging by proxy is good with the, if the objectives that you're pushing are far away from each other, but as things centralize around the Ancients, like, people will have enough range to deal with your Black Dragon on one side of the Ancient at the same time, as they will deal with your Necrobook creeps on the other side of the Ancient, Well, you're gonna have to go in at some point.
Yeah, and maybe we see here... Have we... Right, has the Roche banner got an actual thing that shows up when you put the banner down? Has it got, like, a physical...
It does.
Okay, because I think this is the... We don't have any more, right? No, we don't. So, the Roshan banner, it is up, and maybe this is where they're going to be able to place. Let those Mega Creeps push in, give them the super buff, and let them chip away at the tower. Or towers left in the tier 4s.
Yeah, it is possible. The banner was down way earlier in the game on the mid lane.
Yeah.
That has long since been taken down. So I can feel it fading in the fog of the past.
Well,
I don't know how long we've been here, Rob. I don't remember my name.
I just wish it had like a map icon, that you could spot out and see. Oh yeah, that's definitely where it's down. Not for the other team, but just for me.
Yeah, just for you.
Yeah.
We deserve it.
It just makes my life easier, which makes the cast easier, which makes the viewer's life easier. So it's a knock-on effect. It's nice.
I like that Malady just circled where the enemies are.
Yeah. While being, what's he even? Is he just looking for
Alright,
couriers?
here comes the jump.
Jump in. They're going to be able to get themselves on top of the Shigetsu now as well. The Hand of God comes out really darn early, but do they have the damage to get the kill into punch? Shigetsu going to get really darn low. Drag back now as well. He's going to buy back immediately into this one, and therefore he wants to get involved in the middle of these fights. They've got the Razor still going. Wind Waker comes out now as well. He has that Satanic still going, and it looks like Shigetsu going to be stunned up. His BKB. He's got that refresher still if he needs to use it, but Kira Jr. wants to go on to Malady on the back lines. Malady, the Dismember comes out here onto the Pangolier. The Pangolier, can he get himself away from this one? He's going to be spanned up into the air. It's a lot of damage coming through now as well. Dream Coil, but he does have that Wind Waker. The Finger, it's still not enough damage to take him down. Eventually he will fall, and that is still just not enough to try and break the base here from Plain Sight. They do lose one, but they force out a buyback from the Pudge.
That's huge. That gives them the opportunity to go next time, and again, you can see by the positioning here, especially with Nefrit being the absolute AoE, he's a natural disaster taking place in this base. Like, you're gonna have to walk into the Hurricane at some point. You can see here that, yeah, it takes them forever to take down the Pangolier, but you can't get anything done in the meantime because he's too close to the objective that you want to be hitting.
I'm just watching Puck as well. Melodule, he has 10,000 gold, 4,000 in the surplus. I don't know whether he wants to like sell that bottle or get like a pocket rapier, you know, in case he dies, he has a second rapier to come out immediately. But yeah, we're getting to silly money times, you know. We are in the silly season here in terms of gold that every hero has.
He should buy a backup rapier. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of him doubling up. Like, I think everything he has in his kit right now serves a very important purpose.
Yeah.
But the backup rapier for sure, and then, you know...
And then the backup rapier.
I haven't sworn yet, so... but I was very close.
Yeah. How's Shigetsu looking as well? I mean, Shigetsu... gold-wise, this is a thing, right? That you maybe get this Moonshard out for the puck as well, so we can consume that extra attack speed onto him with this rapier. And it doesn't even need to be him that buys it. You know, Shigetsu item-wise, he is pretty much fully stacked. So I wonder if he buys that for his teammate.
Yeah, the question is really just which teammate at this point. Because none of the rest of them scale with attack speed whatsoever.
Nope, Malady in trouble. That's going to be the index being popped here now as well. But the group up, he's so far out of position. The blink onto the high grounds though. Can they interrupt this TP? They do. There's going to be the Yule Searcher. It's going to be channeled right back now as well. But this Malady, he was way out of position. I think he was trying to hunt on the back lines. And it's going to cost him. He's dead for 100 seconds. This could be a costly move here for the side of Na'Vi.
I don't think that's out of position though. He'd been farming the top side of the map for a while.
Yeah,
that is
true.
why he circled everybody. He's like, guys, I'm not in danger. They're all here.
He has the buyback at least, which, you know, it could have been worse than it is. But just being able to force out another buyback will feel bad for Na'Vi. Feel great for Klim Sani4, but it'll just it'd be a feels bad man for the side of Na'Vi.
Yeah, absolutely. And they really have to just hug the base, otherwise this Rubik will lift them all the way out.
Yeah, jump in now as well. Kira Jr. going to be able to get himself on top of Nefrit. Nefrit still has that BKB if he needs it. The Gale Force comes through, and it looks like Munkushi's just saying, buy me time. Oh, but the hook comes in. The dragging. He's got that Wind Waker that will be able to get himself away from this one, and he carries on focus firing onto the tower. Dismember onto the Pangolier. The Pangolier takes a finger to the face. The buyback comes out from the Lion, but look at this. The Treants, they're doing damage onto the towers. The wrong tower, though. It's going to be about half of one of the tier 4s out, and just a little bit of chip away from the other tier 4s. And I think this is the game plan. Just throw Kira Jr. at the rest of the team, while Munkushi, he focuses his fire down the tier 4 towers.
They got pretty close to losing Munkushi there, though. Wind Waker, very much MVP item right now.
And yeah, just being able to keep the juggle up, I guess. You'll get yourself away when you do get locked down. Even for the Dream Call, right? So you can Wind Waker out of that. And everybody on the side of Klim Sani4 has one. Just got to make sure they all have matching items. Yay!
Yeah. On Mondays we wear Wind Wakers.
Yeah.
What is the out for Na'Vi here? Because I've been thinking about it for a while, and the real truth is that at some point they're just going to have to risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah.
The only ones who get to play this game risk-free at this point are Klim Sani4. And risk-free? That Wind Ranger has flown dangerously close to the sun a couple of times now.
But
they just haven't gotten punished yet. But it's certainly lower risk than what Na'Vi are going to have to do in order to win this one.
This is a big opening night right now for Klim Sani4 because you've got the buyback out from the Lion, you've got the buyback out from the Pudge. If you take, well, definitely the Pudge, maybe the Lion here too, it is a really big opening. So once this Pangolier is back up, did he just buy out? What's he got item-wise keeping himself in? So the Refresher Orb, did he fully, I think he commit, yeah, he's Abyssal Blade's out now as well. He's got the Overwhelming Blink, the Boots of Travel 2. Lincoln's is here as well.
Had most of those for a while now, and I do think that he'll want to farm out the buyback before they do anything again.
Yeah.
Like in general, they're really not bothered. They are going to sit on this game for however long it takes. Just really park themselves on there and wait until it hatches. We might be here until spring, folks.
We could be here until DreamLeague starts. This could be it. The winning team goes directly from this game into their first match at DreamLeague.
Listen, back-to-back matches, you get a 30-minute nap.
Yeah, okay. Well, it depends how overscheduled this match goes. We could be, everyone else is playing and they're still waiting for this match to end just to see who the opponent's going to be.
True, they could hold up the entire thing if they're ambitious enough. That's at some point though you gotta start
It's
really doing the tag team kind of thing with disconnecting while other players sleep. Like it becomes a relay race.
I was going to ask you that. Is that where we start to take this cast in shifts? Like, you do 4 hours, I'll do 4 hours, you do, we can just jump this in. As they're going to be able to get the lockdown now as well. The Rolling Thunder comes out here onto the Death Prophet. Do they have the damage to get the kill? It looks like, again, the Wind Ranger just wants to go into the tier 4s. Wind Waker's coming out on left, right, and center. This tier 4 tower, though, this time he will be able to dodge off the hook. Yeah, he's got the quick fingers, the quick feet onto it. And now the right click's coming through. This is going to be another tier 4 tower going down. It looks like jump in from the Purge. She gets her using the BKB, but the hook, it doesn't actually land. No, another Wind Waker comes out here. The Hex onto the Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger, he's just going to be spun up more in the earth than he was in the fight. And it looks like they chased them away, but again, they're going to lose both tier 4 towers, and now the Ancient is exposed. Maybe one more push, one more of this, and it might be enough for Klim Sani4 to end the game.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
And we've seen about 990 of them right now, I think. There is a rapier onto the Wind Ranger finally.
Oof.
So he has decided that this is the end game. We are getting there now. And of course another Blinkins for the Nature Prophet, because why not? Why not put more layers of defense onto Monkushi?
And yeah, you can swap it out when it procs, or the refresher robe, which is already used, you swap it out for the Vlads. Help out your team.
Yep. Be a good support. Well, at least it's going to be even harder because there's only a single target left now for them to split push out Navi. There's no splitting anymore. There's nothing to split.
I think that these teams just want to outlast. I think the longest game so far in the qualifiers was 96 minutes, and it was a Chinese game.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe this is what they're aiming for here. They just want the longest game in the qualifiers.
Well, they're making good time.
That's an illusion. The Rolling Thunder, the real one, comes in onto this one now as well. The Wind Waker on the Death Prophet. Death Prophet going to try and get himself away from this one. Do they want to try and focus down? There is going to be the focus fire coming out, but again, you still have to watch out from those hooks, from the Dismember, from the Pudge. It looks like Monkushi is going to be able to get himself away. The triple Wind Waker outside of the base here, and Razor, he's going to be telekinesed out by the Rubik. Saves his life while this is going on. Respect, he's got that giant string, so he can move in and out of the base as he needs to, and they will be able to put even more pressure out onto this as well. She gets to again. He doesn't have that. No, he's actually got his buyback back up. It was long enough that it is there now.
Aegis, excuse me, Ancient will actually regen.
Yeah.
So this damage is not permanent, but that was a fair chunk.
And yeah, it's...
That was a refresher for Nefrit as well.
Was it? Okay, that's... Yeah, no, it's in his backpack now as well, so he's got that backpacked up. Won't be getting any benefit from the cooldown time on this. I'm just looking, I mean, Roshan is back up. What are we up to now? Like the 6th, 7th Roshan? I don't even know anymore.
I don't even care that much. Like, the refresher shard is nice, the Aegis is nice, but at this point, no heroes that matter really have died on the side of Klim Sani4 for a while. Or excuse me, Klim Sani4. I'm falling back. I'm losing my grip.
It's okay. It's okay. We're only going to be going for another 90 minutes. And to be fair, I did ask for this at the beginning of the series, because...
You did!
I did, and we're getting it. This is awesome, because all my games that I've seen so far this week have been like 2 zeros, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and that's all you're getting at max. But this is a really slugfest. Yeah, and now the jump comes in. Chiri Jr. once again. Monkushi comes through. He's got that Lincoln Sphere on top of him now as well. Shigetsu just stops in his tracks. He's still got that Dismember if he needs it here, but Monkushi's going to try and buy time. He's trying to find the angle to take this down. The Ancient, they're just going to be the fortification into the Dismember now as well. The Wind Waker comes out, and Monkushi, he just needs to hold his nerve, just to hold these right clicks. So you can see even Chiri Jr. moving through with a giant streak. I think this is going to be the end of the game. It is going to be the end. Navi will fall down at 94 minutes, 48 seconds, and a 24k net worth lead here. They got the kill on the Wind Ranger, but it was not enough. Klim Sani4, they will secure themselves a place in DreamLeague.
And here I was thinking, surely